This is a presentation on the 2003 BAM earthquake. This is part one of the earthquake video project. This is about the background of the quake. The three W's about this quake. It occurred at 5:30 in the morning on the 26th of December in 2003. The earthquake was centered 10 kilometers southwest of BAM, which is a major city in the Kerman province of Iran. The depth of the quake was 15 kilometers, and it was a 9 on the Mercalli scale, which is considered violent. The earthquake occurred on an active fault that runs through Iran. It's a strike-slip fault where the Eurasian and Arabian plates meet. The Arabian plate is moving northward and slipping along the Eurasian plate at a rate of about 25 millimeters per year, or about 1 inch. This movement is not continuous at the plate boundary. Instead, as the plates are moving, stress is building at localized points on the fault. And when the stress surpasses the strength of the rock in that area of the fault, an earthquake occurs, which is what happened here. The human impact of the quake, there was 26,000 fatalities. There was another 30,000 injured. And in addition, there were 75,000 Iranians that were displaced by the quake. There was significant psychological trauma. Multiple studies were done on this by international aid groups, and the general consensus is that the Iranian government did not do enough to help with psychological trauma in the wake of the quake. About 90% of the structures and infrastructure in the BAM area were destroyed. That includes water and electricity, which were effectively cut off to the region. Because of the government in Iran, access to information, particularly in regards to civil unrest, is limited. But there doesn't seem to be much evidence that there was much unrest in the aftermath of the quake. The Iranian government did quickly agree to some additional oversight in exchange, oversight of their nuclear program in exchange for some international aid, which ended up coming from about 45 different countries. There was insignificant environmental impact in the area. That's largely due to the fact that this is a very arid, remote area. It's desert, and there's not a whole lot of biodiversity in the area to start with. Also, because of the structure of the rock in the region and the surrounding mountain ranges, the shaking from the quake is actually pretty localized in this area. Some of the lessons learned from this quake. The quake shocked Iranian leadership. Scientists in Iran had been attempting for years to stress the risk that was posed to the capital of Iran, Tehran, because the capital lies on the same fault that BAM does. After the quake, the supreme leader of Iran commissioned a study to determine whether the capital city of Iran should be moved to Isfahan, where there is less seismic activity. During the reconstruction of the city of BAM, there were updates to the building practices, and infrastructure, including the irrigation infrastructure in the area, was improved and hardened specifically for seismic activity. There were not, however, any building code changes on the national level in Iran in the aftermath of the earthquake, and the capital of Iran was not moved either. These are my sources. They include 4 sources outside of Wikipedia, and the first source listed here is for the image on the first slide.